Man, listen, man. Look, I'm gonna tell you like this. As bad as I want to get out and I want to do some things, like I want people to understand too. And I had to share this with a couple people. Like, we got to keep this energy going, but also too, like, COVID didn't end with George Floyd passing. You know what I'm saying? So, like, people got to be smart. People got to be careful with, you know, when they're out in these crowds and out and about. And I say that just for their own personal health, but not just for them, for all of the people that's going back home, you know, after they're done with their protests and stuff like that. So, like, you know, my head coach, I had to tell him, like, man, coach, like, you're about to force your whole family out there. You got to be careful. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got people at home that's counting on you, and there's certain things, like, if there's a certain way to do it and it's safe, like for the last 3 months, we've said all of these things aren't safe. Like, and I told my players today, like, it matters to me that y'all are healthy first and foremost. Like, this fight is important, but this fight, I need you to be here in order to continue this fight. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, you're close enough to know my best friend and my you know, my roommate. You know, he lost his father just in a matter of 2 days, and on Easter, you know, it's that hurt. That was, you know, but the thing is, it happened so quickly, and I'm like, people have to still be cognizant that COVID did not end last week. Like, it doesn't even, it's not even, I went through CNN, Fox, I watch all news outlets to see all the hypocrisy going on, and part of it is you need to balance out a little bit. But I say this, between CNN and Fox fighting their political war, like ESPN was showing how people were protesting peacefully. They were showing people unifying. They were showing unity. They were showing solidarity. All of that stuff. Like, you could see all of that on the ESPN network. Like, everything with CNN and Fox is so politically motivated. Like, at the end of the day, like, you're trying to cipher through the BS, you know. But the reality of it is like, start talking about if it's protests going on all over the country, how come y'all can't show more of the positive ones? How come y'all can't show more of the people coming together than splitting apart? You know what I mean? So, like, I'm more about that. I'm not trying to, you know, this not no jab at CNN. It's not no jab at Fox. But, like, my thing is at the end of the day, like, if all of y'all have a responsibility to put the message out, like, put a positive message out. If y'all could show 130 protests that's positive, don't just keep running the 6 that are terrible. Because, again, like, it's pushing forth this message that, like, it's all bad. Like, protest is bad. Like, protest is bad. Like, no, peaceful protest is good. Like, I think today was an initial step and a small win. Like, all of the officers being charged, like, that's a small win. It's a small win. Now, if there's the opportunity to convict, and we convict, like, now you're moving in the right direction. But good police can't stand behind the blue wall of silence. Good police, you hear what I'm saying? Because the bad ones, the couple bad ones, make it, you know, they make them look terrible. So at the end of the day, like, I'm of the mindset of being progressive, not going backwards. And I could tell you, through generations now, through my mom, myself, my mom and my dad, myself and my brother, and now to my own children, it's like, that rioting stuff and burning and all of that stuff, like destroying, like, that's property. That's property. And a lot of times it's our property. It's property in our areas, in our neighborhoods. So they become the eyesores. They become the empty lots. They become the things that drive down the value of what our city is and what our cities look like. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you that some of them blocks, some of them things, some of them places that was burned down in the 60s, those areas still remain vacant to this day.
They never fix them up. Right.
So, like, when I say, like, I just, like, we got to find a better way than destroying our stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Got to be a smarter way. You gotta beat the system. You know what I mean? You gotta use your brains a little bit. Read a little bit. Pick up
No,
a book. You know what I'm
100%, 100%,
saying?
100%.
Can't, you can't do everything fast. It might be a little slow. You know what I'm saying? People ain't with
No, the thing is it's persistence and consistency.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, show your persistence and being consistent. Like just every moment where you feel like it started to slip away from you, like don't forget, because we still got to continue to get better and better and better and better and move forward. So
still gotta make it home.
yeah, like because at the end of the day, like I said, this I'm as American as it gets.
Yeah.
I'm as
Yeah.
American as it gets. I asked some of my my white friends. I said, "What are like? What's your race? What's your nationality? Italian, German, Norwegian, Scandinavian, whatever. It could be whatever it is, but they got something to go back to. Like, understand, my roots are here.
For real.
My roots are here. I can trace my lineage to here. Like my family, like I can say this. My father picked cotton. My dad.
Yeah.
My dad.
Yeah. I got family members that.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like we still live in a country. We live in a country, and people think racism don't exist. Well,
That
tell me,
far removed.
we still got segregated proms.
Yeah, they do. No
And the kids don't. And this is the bad part about that. The kids don't even want the proms to be segregated. They're fighting their parents.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They're like, these my classmates, these my friends, these my homies. Like, I'm trying to go with them.
Yeah. Definitely starting at home. It don't start outside. It start at home. I mean, people pick and choose early who to be with, who not to be with. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's a program early. It ain't just
Mm-hmm.
happening outside. You feel me? You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? That's what people don't want to put out there, man. Some people at their house telling their kids wrong stuff, man.
Right.
Okay? And they act out on it because that's what their parents tell them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You do.
I got we
You know?
we our kids start off generally good, man. It's outside influence that I think pushed them to go the
Yeah,
other way. You
that
know,
too.
those some of those things are taught or learned behaviors, and that's why I said we just got to get better. At being positive, moving things in the right direction.
Definitely, definitely, man. Definitely, man. When we gonna be ready for B Night, man? To be the head man in charge, man.
Man, like I said, I always tell people this, man. Like,
You don't like that, Cuddy. You don't like that.
no, like it's a good question. Like, so for me, when the opportunity presents itself, all I want to do is be ready, Shotty. Like that's my biggest thing is like again, my pops, man. Do the best job you got because it's the only one you got. You know what I mean?
Hey,
So I subscribe to that. I
hey,
subscribe to,
I
huh?
gotta ask you one more. I gotta ask you something else, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Why you do that to Jason Williams, man? The state championship, man. In Jersey, man. Briggle, what
Uh,
up?
man, that's just. I'm
A
gonna
lot
say
of people
this,
don't.
man.
A lot of people don't know that, man.
Jay Will, and I have a
I
great
wanted that
relationship.
matchup, man. I wanted Duke versus Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I know.
Everybody,
We both did.
like,
We
listen,
both did.
I'm like, y'all
Unfortunately, we
ain't
both
see Big
dropped the
Night
ball.
versus Will, man. I'm
Yeah,
telling y'all, man. I
no,
don't want to see that man right now.
no. He just. I'm gonna tell you like this, and it's funny because we still laugh and joke
Good people
about it,
though. Jay
huh?
Will, Jay Will, good people. He got cut off my North Rams team back in the day.
Yeah, but no, we still to this
Good
day though.
people.
Like
Yeah.
when I say we keep a
That's my
good,
dude.
huh?
That's my dude, Jay Will, man.
Yeah, like we still laugh and joke about it because really what happened to him his senior year, he kind of made the mistake of like pissing off the rest of the team too. Because remember he was national player of the year going into the game. And they did I never forget the Star Ledger did like a huge spread on him and they said he had guaranteed that was their year.
I think so. I think I do remember seeing
Yeah,
that.
so that was the only thing. Like for me, I just was like, I was just trying to win another championship. But it was funny because we still joke about it to this day. I used to tell them I I have all of the state championships in parochial A. So
Yeah, it's a lot of guards that came out of Jersey, man. You took out of here, man.
so listen, I used to tell a lot of them, like a lot of people, they on the surface, a lot of other people might have thought they were better. Like all I cared about, me, Shotty, was who won the game. So if I won the game, then I was happy.
I used to tell people like he looked quiet, he looked innocent. But when that nigga get on the court, man, there's something about him. You gonna see a different him. Like he ain't gonna be that same dude you see walking.
It was,
sure enough, every time they get out there, they're like, "Yo, what the fuck?" Like I told you, that nigga different.
I just so for me, a lot of times, man. And you gotta do me a favor, man. You gotta do me a favor. I'm gonna tell you in a second, man. I'm gonna text it to you, but you gotta do me a favor.
Yeah.
But for me, I just used to get out there and try to win. So, and the other thing too is I enjoy, we played together from time to time. Like I enjoy other people that was playing with me being happy. So, like,
I think you like playing against people you heard was good.
Yeah. Listen, I never disrespected my opponent.
I think you used to like that. Like, word, he better than me.
I never disrespected my opponent. Like I say this, Rashid Dunbar, who a lot of people don't know, Rashid Dunbar was one of the best scorers outside of DeJuan Wagner that I've ever seen in high school.
Rashid Dunbar,
and he was Cal's first recruit at Memphis. You remember she had the bad accident, so people never got a chance to see
him,
what he really was. But I'm talking about, he was the first guy I saw get 50 or 60 in an elementary school game.
Yeah, he was.
And so, I hate to tell this story about Jay Will because, again, like Jay Will was like the measuring stick at one point. And Rashid, I'll never forget, in the Elizabeth Dunn Center, man. It was one afternoon. We was playing St. Pat's right after them, man. And she in the fourth quarter and overtime, he put on a display that could have earned him National Player of the Year that day. I'm gonna just say that. You know what I'm saying? So it was just, it was like we had so many good guards coming out of New Jersey at the time where, it was, I guess I got passed up, or they just Todd Billett. Like, this was the funny thing, like, and I never like had anything against any of those guys, but like the funny thing was, I'm like, damn, I'm not being recruited by nobody. Like, I couldn't get anybody. I couldn't get Ryder to offer me a scholarship. Like, so at the time, it was just one of those things. And Ricardo Greer, I got to tip my hat to Ricardo Greer too, because he and Ralph Willard, because Ralph Willard was the head coach at the time, and Ricky just went to him and was like, look, they got a kid that at ABCD, all he does is play defense and steal the ball. Like, we got to get him. So that's how they started recruiting me. I went on one visit. I loved it. I committed. That was it. Like, like it wasn't like I had a bunch of choices. You know what I'm saying? It was like, but also too, like,
one time I hit it. That was it.
I was like, I grew up on the Big East. My dad played and coached and was there when they were putting together the Big East. Like, him, Billy Raftery, this is back at Seton University back in the day. So for me, I grew up on campus. My mother's, next year will be Mama Knight's 50th year.
Yeah, she was
at Seton Hall. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was a work study student in the dean's office during the summer. Like, so like I had grown up on that campus. And I just couldn't figure out, like, it was always like, well, maybe we'll go with the other guy. I said, damn, just recruit me a little bit. Look, man, I say this. I thank them. I had a great career. I had a great career at Pittsburgh, and I thank the schools at the time for not coming to get me. And the reality of it was it motivated me. It put me in a position where I have a second home. You know, Pittsburgh will always be a second home for me. And I met some great people along the way, and it put me in position to have the career that I have right now. So, you know, I'm thankful for that.
Yeah, man. Shit. I wouldn't be mad at you neither, man. It was good, great seeing you at the zoo, man. Put on, man. Yo, man. I used to have so many bet games. Like, what? You gonna go get my man? All right, let's go there.
No, and you know what's the best part? The best part was I don't think there was a lot of people that had a lot of expectations. So even like in Essex County, like I want to make one thing clear. Like even in Essex County, there was one team. There was only one team that won for all 4 of those years.
Oh, you talking about the prep? Huh?
At the prep, and the whole county. The best part about the county, let me tell you what I used to love about the county was that
Benedict should have been in the counties, man. We'd changed some of that, man.
Remember, y'all lost to the prep. No, remember, you and Mark, y'all lost to the prep. Y'all lost to the prep. Yes, y'all did in the championship, Essex County tournament.
Years, man. Steve Branson would have got that.
Y'all lost to the prep. That's all I'm saying. Like so, like at the end of the day, like everybody used to get on. No, but Benedict's was losing to the prep.
Yeah. Until they changed, like after '98.
No. After remember after '99. After 90, maybe not even after 99, because they were still they still had a good run for like another 3 or 4 years after that. But what I'm gonna tell you, and I see Bob's on here, and all you got to do is check the record. For them 3 years, it was some epic things going on in the Essex County tournament, and it was and I say that because it was a lot of people that was talking smack, a lot. God bless my brother's soul, man. I love Fee, man. Everybody thought Shabazz our sophomore year. That was going to Shabazz.
Them guys at Shabazz definitely was hungry, bro.
Yo, they was hungry. They was hungry. They was hungry. They was hungry. They definitely was hungry. That didn't mean they ate that day. We won.
Talk. That's what this for. Talk that talk, man.
You know what I'm saying? So like quietly and quietly, or like I felt like we won and it was real loud.
Yeah.
Real loud. Like it was no close games in the county tournament. After that championship game against Fiona.
Hey, it used to be quiet at the rink after the chip.
After that, my sophomore year, we beat Shabazz in the championship. There was never a close game again in the county tournament after that. Not one. Not one. Championships included. Barringer got a 40-piece. In my senior year. That was remember the whole city, y'all all of y'all thought that it was gonna happen. All of y'all thought it was gonna happen. We came in there nice and quiet.
I remember that day at the rink after the game. Them boys was quiet, man.
Nice and quiet.
Them boys was quiet at the rink that night. I remember that game.
It was okay. Like we ain't have to talk about it. You know, I was throwing a party. We was gonna have a party too. You know, we was gonna all go celebrate at the party, but it was only. You know who won?
Them parties was epic, though. Them parties.
So, but no, like that. But you know, for me, all that mattered was I was just trying to win. So, like, you know, they'd be like, "Oh, he scored, whatever." I'd be like, "What was the score?" Oh, okay, we won, right? Okay.
Shoot, I still never forget the night I saw my first 100 sack of White Castles, man. I'm like, yo. White Castle got a box.
Yeah. They was taking care of us, man.
I ain't never seen White Castle pull out a box of nobody. I'm like, yo,
had a lot of people to feed, man.
Like, yo,
a lot of people, man.
I'm like, yo, a box? What the White Castle do that? They would have had a box. Put them all in there. Like, damn.
Yeah, man. Hey, I see Bubs on here, man. Ask Bubs if I was lying, man. Hey, Bubs, man, could you confirm that? Was I lying? I'm not lying about that county tournament, Bubs.
Nah. Nah, he was there.
You know,
Everybody
so
was there.
but no, them was the good old days, man. Like, and especially because all of us had our little wars going up through
Yeah.
elementary school, through middle school. So, like I said, as we got older, it was just I wish we could have stayed a little bit more connected. But just, life take us all in different directions. But that's one of the most memorable times of my life, man, is we would walk in the county, and I promise you, from like that, it would be everybody. It didn't matter if you came to cheer for Eastside that day and Seton Hall was playing, you rooting
People
against
hated y'all like I was Duke. You like, yeah, word up.
like we got all of that.
I was playing in Union County at that time. You like, yo, Essex County tournament. It's crazy, yo.
Yeah.
Platoons
Essex
didn't
County
come over to see Essex County.
I don't think it was anything else like it at the time, man. Like that thing used to be rocking.
I was like the only dude from St. Pat's at the Essex County tournament. I'm like, yo, y'all come to Essex County tournament.
Yo,
Like, hey,
I'm gonna tell you this.
I'm like, yo, Essex County tournament, you rock.
Look,
I'm like,
between my dad and my dad was ready to, because just once Essex County tournament started, you'd lose your mind. Like, so it's
that's when
I couldn't wait for
that kind of tournament back then.
I couldn't wait for Saturday to come. Like the Tuesday, Thursday game that week, like I'm like, man, we can't get through this fast enough.
Yeah, you gotta get early.
And then you remember like the counties would only go every weekend. So like you would have to wait to that next weekend to get that next county game in. So like for me, that was my number one. That was the best time to promote for my parties, man. Like so we had people out working, all of the high schools was there. So it'd be like we had my little street team, they'd be working during the game. You know what I'm saying? But the reality of it was we was bringing people together back then. Even though we was whipping their ass, we was still bringing us all together, man. By the end of the night, whether it was Terrace Ballroom, Robert Treat, Crystals, whatever, Brokers, Bogies, like you name them all, it was just like at the end of the day, we would come together for the most part,
Hey, you was the original Hit Squad. Hit Squad running around in Atlanta, but you was the original Hit Squad. But
yeah, so it was just one of them things where, huh?
You was the original Hit Squad for the parties, man.
Listen, man, I told you, man. I was, and when we was coming up, Shotty, I was trying to do business. You know what I mean? So, like, I had different ambitions, and maybe even like the recruiting thing. Like every summer, I was playing football. You know what I mean? I was just chasing other things, man. You know what I mean? So in that regard, not in a bad way, but like my mom, she was like, she was seeing some of the money come through the door. She like, are you doing something wrong? I had to let her work the door of the terrace.
Oh yeah, she did work the doors.
So she could see, like, when this money come through, like that's ours. Like that's like, you know what I'm saying? This is all legal. This is all
crystals. Crazy.
So it's like when you have those moments, as a kid, like I try sharing those experiences with my kids. It's just hard to talk about or recreate because like we were just thinking about different things. Like I'm thinking about like, it's great to win this game, but also too, you see all these people in here, like it's great to get all of these patrons in the club.
Yeah.
Like they all spend money, and, so being 15, 16, 17 years old at the time, it was like, most kids wanted a job. I had to hustle.
Yeah, you did.
Me and me and our brothers, we had a hustle. So
Yeah, Anthony Jackson, all the boys.
so
I didn't see Anthony in a minute. Hope you talk to Ant in a minute. Jackson.
uh his actually just his brother haven't, but we try to stay connected every so often. I try
Yeah,
to just life, man. All of us have grown
yeah.
kids, and we trying to
I
move.
like okay.
Yeah, it's just life happens, man.
Yeah. You already know. Shoot, those were the days, though, man.
But I told you it was one other thing I did want to share with you, man. And I said this because I see it going all around the country, and it's not a lot of people that stand up for us. But like a lot of times when in this coaching profession, like we get hit with a lot. Like that, what I shared with you earlier today, like those are all of the roles that we service on a day-to-day basis. Like
Yeah,
when anything goes wrong, especially for college coaches,
yeah,
like all of the blame falls on us. Like, but when those same things might have happened in high school, or those same things might have happened prior to that, or
yeah,
have been something continual throughout their lives, like a lot of times we get tagged with that. And it's okay. It comes with the territory. Like, you know what I'm saying? But also too, like, who defends us when it's like, well, guess what? You've done X, Y, and Z. You've gone above and beyond, and a kid, they don't hold up their end of the bargain. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a two-way street with these relationships. Like, if I give somebody opportunity, you know what I mean? Like, there's more that comes with that opportunity than just playing basketball. Now, you got to choose to seize the moment and take advantage of those opportunities. Like that's our shared role in it. Is
yeah,
like, understand, like everything won't be easy. Like there is a stepping stone to how you progress and how you get better. And
yeah,
at first chance when things get hard, we can't always pick up and change. Like sometimes it's like showing some perseverance and, like I said before, some consistency. Like, those are things that'll help you, further your life.
yeah. Definitely. You definitely can't quit first time you get hit with a stumble, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
I've been there. Levels to levels, you know what I'm saying? High school, JUCO,
Yeah.
college, you know
So
what I'm
so like so just with a lot of things, like I just feel like, um especially in the black community, like when kids get opportunities to educate themselves, and education doesn't just come in the form of high school, um, college, it comes in the form of wanting to educate yourself, like wanting to seek knowledge. Like, um, reading isn't a big part of a lot of the younger generation's world, unless it's on Twitter, Instagram, or social media. Like,
saying?
pick up a
Yeah, they
book.
don't read.
Pick up a book. Like
They don't
some of the stuff that y'all see, y'all get information, y'all pulling bits and pieces of information from social media or wherever you're pulling it from. But it's like you got to take the time to sort through that stuff, research it, um, at further lengths, like question some of the things that you're looking at, and not from a standpoint to say like they're wrong, but just to see if you could see it through a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, we just have to continue, man. I'm a firm believer in like you could fight in different ways, man. And a big part is, in order to fight some battles, you have to be as much physically strong as you are intellectually strong. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So, and because up here, like that part is the part that's going to help you be able to, enact those physical tools. So the reality of it is like we just got to continue to get smarter as a people and have those tough conversations with people. Like, um big thing for me, like the use of nigga, man. Like, it can't be something that is used and people try to say in context. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And I say that from a standpoint because if it's used in the wrong context around the wrong people, like they feel empowered to be able
yeah.
to say it. they feel empowered to, like, they want to share in it with you.
Yeah, they definitely do. They definitely do. So I definitely find
So
myself
it's
watching stay around
so
certain
yeah, so it's not I don't say that to try to stop anybody from language, because like your words have power when you allow them to. Like,
people.
there's a difference between like word and word object confusion. Like we give power to the word, but also the word was such a powerful thing for so long. Um, it was a way to identify and keep people down. Just think about this. Like, there's no all the other races that have words, like people may call them, or things that people may say to them, like it doesn't sting like it hits us.
Yeah,
You gotta
yeah.
ask yourself why.
Because we let it sting. Some people let it sting.
You
You
know
know
what
what I
I'm
mean?
saying? So, but part of it is what's behind it. Those are the things that have the years of pain and that thought process, and what people think behind it. Like, those are all things that matter. Like, they take a psychological and a mental toll on you. They
Yeah.
do.
You
They
can
do.
place
Whether you
your
know it
head.
or not, subconsciously, like we've tried to make it seem like, all right, we cool with it.
Yeah, like so it's okay now. You know what
It's
I mean?
but it's like, it's I know what my grandfather and my dad would cringe when they hear that word. If I
Yeah.
if I if one of us or somebody was to say it around my parents, like, they're like, you get, it's a double take.
Yeah, like
So
what you say? Like, oh,
yeah, so it's a lot of levels to it. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of um levels to, like, us just being able to better ourselves and further ourselves and take care of ourselves. But we do need the help and the support of the rest of the world.
definitely, man. I, I wish I
Like,
wish we
I
was
just want to just accept us like y'all accept us as athletes.
that's totally different. We
You know what I'm saying?
superheroes,
And or in the athletic world, like,
we don't do
you
no
know,
wrong when you're in that element, man. When you get outside that element, man, they act like they don't even know you, boy. You like, yo, I was just
Well,
playing
see,
outside.
I just and like, my thing is, that's only, I I swear, I really do believe there's, like, it's so many more good people than there are bad people. But
Yeah,
we
yeah,
could hear 100 compliments
yeah.
and tune that out to the one or two negative people. You know what I'm saying? But
Because
that those one or two people that could be saying something negative or doing something against you, that's the problem that I have. Is those things have costed us our lives. Those are scary. Those are scary things.
shoot,
Those are
I was
scary
at gas.
things.
I was at gas station today. Coming out the gas station, there's this older Caucasian man came up to me and wanted to talk to me, right? And he was talking about the stuff on the news. And he was listening to him like it was messed up. And he was looking at me like, yo, everybody ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? You can see in his
Mhm.
eyes, like he meant that. Like, yo, when you see me, man, I ain't off that. It was like,
Right.
damn.
No, and that's what I'm
You
saying. Like, that's why I say, like, I don't,
know what I'm
like,
saying?
I want to. I'm asking for support. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you forcefully try to do it or make somebody join in, like, they might miss the point in the fight.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So
You
like
got
my thing.
you
So
gotta
like
let
my thing is, go ahead.
you gotta let people join in when they feel most comfortable. You can't pull them if they ain't ready to. You know what I'm saying? You gotta
Mhm.
let them be willing to lean forward before you pull them in something they ain't ready to experience. They may jump into something like, oh, wait a minute, it's too much
Mhm.
for me right here. You ain't telling me this yet. You know what I'm saying? So if you
Mhm.
don't give no example to lead and follow, they don't know what really to do because they never experienced nothing like that, man.
Mhm. No, and so it's just from a standpoint is, I think, um just like we got to start figuring out ways to find what things that we have in common, or the things that we don't understand about each other. Take the time to learn it. Like, take the time to figure out, what their life is like, what they come from. You know what I'm saying? And that's twofold. That's
Yeah,
both of us.
you gotta
Like,
be willing to go to the other side to understand
yeah,
them. They gotta be willing
yeah.
to come to the side. You know
Got
what I'm saying?
you. In order to get a hand, you got to be willing to extend one.
Yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You don't know how they think. If you ain't been in they, you know what I mean? You ain't been in
Exactly. Exactly.
they, and see what they think and how they think and they move. They think totally different from us, man.
Mm-hmm.
They don't think the same you think every day.
Mm-hmm.
They got different lives, you know what I mean? They ain't got
Yeah, and I say this all the time too. Like, guess what? Like, I speak for a certain portion of the black population. I don't speak for them, don't represent me. And what I mean is, like, some of the things and that I don't choose to do or believe in, those aren't things that I'm gonna support just because it's like, oh, I'm black, you black, I'm supporting that. Like, no, I'm supporting it because it makes sense to me.
right.
I'm supporting it because it's something that, like, if you go out there and you doing stupid stuff, like, I'm not about to be like, I'm supporting you because we got the same skin tone. Like, no, we don't have the same ideologies. Like, so no, I'm not supporting that.
We don't have the same principles.
No,
You know?
no.
Same movements, you know what I mean, in life. We ain't going
Yeah.
the same direction.
So for me, like I said this to all our players, like, y'all, and to the young people that's around me that look like me, man. Like, as loud as we screaming this stuff about the police and taking care of us, just make sure y'all take care of each other. So some of the music, some of the stuff that y'all promoting, like just understand, like we shoot each other too. So we need to change that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like in that regard, like it's a bunch of things, man. Y'all need to stop warring over blocks that don't belong to you.
Some of you only pay rent on that block.
You know what I'm saying? Like so, like I'm just trying to hopefully, man, instill some pride in our and our people and all, just want this world to be better for all of us, man.
Definitely, man. Definitely, man. I definitely want the best for you and your squad this season coming up, man. I know you got a lot
I
of things.
appreciate it, man.
I know you got things to catch up on for the rest of the night. You know, homework you got to do tonight. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna tie up too much time, bro. Let's check back in sometime next week, man.
Come on, man. I'm always here, man. I'm always here. I love doing it. Love talking to you.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Stop it, man. Stop blowing up my spot.
Come on, man. But you already know, man. I see, like,
it's hard
like
to reach you, man. It's hard to reach you, bro. This
right here, though, Shotty, this meaningful stuff to me, man.
Yeah.
This a real moment right here.
You already know, man. It's like 30 years, man. 30 years, man. But we ain't gonna tell nobody.
Yeah.
I might make some new friends I don't need, man.
Listen, man. It's like I said, it's all good publicity, man. Everything is good, man.
Nah, you already know. You already know, B. But yeah, man, when I get back out east, you know, we're gonna catch up.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
We hit Midwest, you know, to holler at me. You know what I'm saying?
We'll do.
We're gonna keep this going and stay in touch, bro.
All right. Let's do it. All right.
Tell the man, one love, man.
Yep. Thanks for having me, Shotty.
It's just rare if I want 100 White Castles this summer, man.
All right.
All right, y'all.
All right.
Later.
Later.